40 years ago, the long-awaited revelation came that it was time to take the gospel in its fullness, and that every single black person could have not just the blessings of the gospel, but the full blessings of the priesthood. And because
we believe that the priesthood has been restored, but there is an asterisk next to that. He just said that black people receive every blessing of the priesthood. We have never been informed that a black person has ever received the second anointing. Now, if you study church history, you'll see that Joseph Smith revealed certain ordinances, certain things, and you had the endowment and the anointing that happened in the bull that originally people who participated in polygamy were a part of, and it was gradually expanded to everybody in the church. And we know when we read about that history that some people received what was called the second anointing, and it was another priesthood ordinance. And we know that that ordinance has continued to be given. You can look for the Mormon Stories podcast for a guy named Tom Phillips, and he'll talk about how he himself, as a white man in England, was selected and received that anointing, the second anointing. We have never been told, and there has never been any record made known of a black man receiving the second anointing, or a black woman, because it's something that happens to married couples. And so we just assume that the priesthood has been restored. But what if it came out that despite the restoration of the priesthood, no black man has ever received the second anointing? Would we then still be able to say that the blacks have been able to receive the full measure of the priesthood and all the priesthood blessings? The answer is we don't know. So until the church comes out and confirms that a black man has actually received the second anointing, then the church cannot honestly say, and we cannot honestly and legitimately claim, that the priesthood has in fact been completely and fully restored to black people.